In this video, I'm going to take you around Celina, Texas on the map. That way it can provide a little bit of perspective on where you are in relationship to Dallas and everything else around you. And if you watched our vlog tour through the streets of Celina, then this will provide some additional context to that video as well. And we're getting into it right now. Hey ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for the most thorough deep dive into all things Dallas, Texas, well, this is the channel that helps you do that. So I invite you to subscribe right now and tap the bell for notifications so that you can stay up to date on the current market here in Dallas, Texas. We drop new videos every single week. My name is Jimmy Webb Jr. I'm a local real estate agent, born and raised here actually, and we're getting tons of calls and emails every single day from people just like you who are ready to make a move here in Dallas, and we absolutely love it. So if you are thinking about buying or selling here in the Dallas area, then you got to reach out, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or jump on our calendar if you want to jump on a Zoom with us. Either way, whatever is easiest for you, we've got your back when making a smooth move here in Dallas, Texas, or in Celina like we're talking about today. So without further ado, let's jump into my computer and take you on a map tour of Celina, Texas. All right. Welcome to Celina, Texas. As always, we're gonna zoom out here first. We're gonna show you where you are in relationship to everything. I'll bust out the fancy pen here. So now, well, first thing that you gotta know is the tollway, Dallas North Tollway, ends at 380 right here. Okay. Now they are in the process of extending it up to there right now, but yeah, it's not. They're projecting it to be completed by, well, they're saying next year, 2022. But my sister is a civil engineer, and so it's probably gonna be more like 2023. Okay, so these things take time. I know people love to be optimistic about these projects, but hey, you know how construction goes. So anyway, I digress. Preston Road is your main road. I'll get into all that stuff later, but what I want to talk about is how far away are you from downtown Dallas. Okay, so if you're coming down, you're gonna take the tollway. Okay, and this is gonna take you, I think Google Maps says it takes 48 minutes to get down there. Okay, I think that's a bit ambitious, if you will. And so listen, if there's any traffic at all, let's just call it an hour. Okay, can we agree on that? It's gonna take you an hour to get from Celina to downtown Dallas. Okay, so that's a pretty good hike right there. Now, it's not all about Dallas though if you're in Celina, and I'll get into that in a moment. You got to stick with me through the duration of this video so I can kind of put things into context here for you, because there's a big statistic that you need to know, so make sure you stick around for that. Now, if you're going to the airport, you're gonna split off here at 121, also known as Sam Rayburn Tollway, but that's kind of a mouthful. Nobody really says that, so you just call it 121. That'll take you in the north entrance right there. Obviously, a major airport hub in the entire country. Very centrally located, obviously. So we have good prices, and I mean it's a massive airport, so there's a lot going on. Nice to have a major hub right here in the center of the metroplex here. Okay, now you're also a little bit further over here is Arlington, which is where the Cowboys play. This is where AT&T Stadium is. So if you're gonna catch a Cowboy game, then listen, that's an hour to get out there as well. Same for the Rangers. Rangers just got that new Globe Life Field with the retractable roof up there. Very nice. I went there for opening day. It is absolutely beautiful inside of that stadium. I mean, it is seriously gorgeous inside. And so no longer, this is the old ballpark, no longer do we have to bake like lobsters in the sun just trying to catch a ball game, so very pumped about Globe Life Field. You've also got Texas Live over here, so if you're not in the game but you want to be around the game and in that atmosphere, Texas Live is just a massive, this is the 2 stories. There's the big screens right there. There's a good look at the 2 stories. just a bunch of bars, a lot of space, a lot of good times happening inside of there. Okay, so that's kind of where all the sports happen. Well, except for downtown. Downtown, you've got obviously American Airlines Center, where the Mavs and the Stars play, and then you've got Six Flags over here, still in Arlington. So if you like your thrills, your roller coasters, then Six Flags is where it's at. That's the Titan right there, that orange one. Anyway, yeah, here it is. That's a pretty serious drop. I heard we've got a new one that's coming to Six Flags over here. That's gonna be insane. So looking forward to that. I like me some Six Flags. So hey, you know. But all right. So back up here to Celina. Okay. Now, so what's around here? So to the north, you know, you got Gunter, Texas, which nobody's honestly really heard of. Maybe one day that'll turn into something big. I've never played the Bridges course, but let's see. Let's take some look here. Looks like a pretty cool little, you know, old town, small town, country feel. That's about right. But yeah. So really, you've got Aubrey to the west of you. I had a good buddy of mine live over there for a little bit. You got Melissa, Texas, over here. Van Alstyne to this side over here. But really, the main ones that you're the ones I just listed are pretty small towns. Okay, Weston, Texas. I had a mentor who lived in here. Very, very tranquil, you know, living in here. You know, I mean, he had cows on his property and stuff like that. I mean, you can actually see the stars at night. I mean, it's clear as day, or clear as night. Well, you get what I'm trying to say. You get to see the stars. I mean, there's no lights out here. This is all rural, you know, very country style living out here. Anna, Texas, just above Melissa, which is kind of the northern side of McKinney over here. This is the, now let's kind of talk about some cities or suburbs that people have actually heard of. So you've got McKinney right there. You've got Prosper to the south of you right there. And then obviously Frisco adjacent to that right here. Frisco is going to be your main hub. You got to stick around. I'll tell you kind of how to contextualize all this. And then you've got Denton over here. You got University of North Texas over here in Denton as well. You got Louisville Lake to the southwest of you. You've got Party Cove over here. That's kind of where all the college kids hang out. It gets kind of rowdy over there. So if that's your thing, then you got that side. But then on this side, you know, you've got more of your chill side of the lake over here. Okay, but you know, the kids like to have fun, college kids. And then you've got Lake Ray Roberts over here, another massive lake. They've got some. I've actually done some hiking over here inside of this state park right here. Yeah, there's a train track that goes right up against 377. It's kind of cool to see and as you're driving up here. But yeah, you've got some cool hiking in there. Tioga, honestly, never heard of Tioga. Pilot Point, I have heard of. I know some people who've lived in Pilot Point. But yeah, Tioga, I've honestly never heard of Tioga. So we're getting pretty north up here. So, but Celina is, you know, let's talk about some of the numbers here. So we'll bust out the pen here. So you got 16,000 people who live in Celina right now. I talk about how that has nearly tripled in the last decade here. You'll need to watch the vlog as well. All my videos kind of complement each other. Okay, so if you're watching this one on Celina, you'll have to watch the vlog that we do on Celina to give you. We hit the streets on that vlog, so if you want to see what it actually looks like, not just from the map. If you want to see, you know, the driving view of what it's like to live in Celina, you'll definitely have to check that out. But 16,000 right now, and it's actually, you know, listen, it has the capacity, they're saying, to go up to 350,000 residents in Celina. I mean, look at all this land though. I mean, you've got all this that it can expand into. And really, I mean, it's only a couple of really spots that they've really developed so far. So, listen, Celina is going to be huge in the next coming decades. Now, all right, I'll just give it to you here. So here's how you have to contextualize Celina, okay? You ready? So Frisco actually, let's go back even more. So you know how it's DFW, right? Dallas, Fort Worth, okay? Listen, I think it's about to be DFWF for Frisco, because Frisco is growing like crazy. You've got Stonebriar Mall, which kind of set it all off. You got Frisco, or the Star, which is where the Cowboys' new headquarters is. That's where they practice and everything. And Frisco has just absolutely blown up. And they're actually saying that, or projecting that, Frisco will have more square footage of office space than downtown Dallas over the next 5 to 10 years. Okay. And so how you have to think about Celina is going to be a suburb of Frisco. Okay. So, listen, if you work in downtown Dallas, I mean, hey, unless you really like an hour's commute, and that's kind of your quiet time, your personal time, if you will, then I don't really see why you would want to do that. So, but yeah, good news is there's a lot of growth, a lot of opportunity happening in Frisco, and so Celina is just going to be a suburb of Frisco. Okay, and so let's get back to some of these stats here. So I said 16,000 population. Of that 16,000, 81% of people own their homes here. So this is a place where you're coming to really set some roots down, raise your family, have a home for, a long time, right? And that's kind of the vibe in Celina, okay? Median income is $124,000. I'll put a dollar sign in front of that. So yeah, people do pretty well for themselves out here in Celina, okay? And then the median home value is $318,000, okay? So yeah, it's kind of that next spillover from, so if you're trying to get into Frisco, a lot of people, Frisco is almost sold out of all the new construction, at least at the moment that I'm speaking now. And then Prosper is kind of next in line, but Prosper is fairly small, and so Celina is that next kind of big suburb that is gonna take over a lot of that spillover. Okay, and so we'll talk about some of these starred neighborhoods that I have over here. But hey, if you like what we're talking about so far, give us a thumbs up. It would mean the world to us if you did that. Make sure you are subscribed as well. You definitely don't want to miss the next video that we drop. Okay, I'm telling you, there are some pro tips that we drop in that next video that yeah, if you're looking to move to Dallas, this is the channel that you got to be subscribed to. Okay, so make sure you ring the bell, make sure that you get notified when we drop that next video, so that you can check it out. Okay, so with that being said, let's get back into Celina here. Now, Celina High School is going to be up here on the north side. You see it right there. Okay, so it's Celina High School is up there. Okay, so now kind of how this works though is, I'll just tell you, right? So the most popular kind of areas right now are Light Farms, which are over here, these ones over here, and then you got Mustang Lakes over here. Okay, those are kind of the two most popular developments going on, new construction communities, where people are really wanting to live. Okay, the most desirable. Okay, so the thing about these two though is they're actually Prosper ISD, so you're not going to Celina. Okay, Celina High School, I mean, right? Or I was looking there, it's actually way up here. Okay, so Celina High School. Okay, so you're actually, if you're in Light Farms or Mustang Lakes, you're not that far. I mean, going from the end of the tollway over to Preston up here, that's not that bad, honestly. Okay, I made that drive the other day when I shot the vlog. Okay, it's really not that bad. So yeah, I mean, Light Farms, Mustang Lakes is gonna feed into Prosper, so you're kind of, I mean, South Celina I would really consider like a blending with Prosper, if that makes any sense. And so that's kind of how that's going to work there. Okay, so now up here I'll show you, if you watch the vlog, the Celina vlog, you'll see the highest priced listing, the top listing in all of Celina is actually in this neighborhood here off of Preston Lakes. So it's right by the high school. So if you're looking for some good land out here, I think the one that I looked at was 8 acres out there. And so if you're looking for some land, you've got a ton of nice properties out here with a bunch of land. And that's one thing that kind of took me by surprise, but I don't know why I was thinking this, but when you think of Celina, you think old town, small town, country feel, just space, right? It's kind of the picture that at least I had in my mind, and actually that's been the mindset of other people that I've talked to who have asked me about Celina as well. They think space, they think farmland, right? They just think a bunch of acreage, right? And when I was going through Light Farms and Mustang Lakes, listen, these are all definitely less than a quarter of an acre. Okay, some of them are like 0.15 of an acre. That's your lot size, right? And so I was like, man, that's kind of small. That's like Highland Park small, as far as the lot size. I mean, you're kind of on top of each other. That's kind of how Highland Park is. But hey, I mean, they're trying to really plan this out and get as much people in there, because hey, Dallas is a popular spot, and so people are coming in hot and heavy, ready to go, and they gotta make room for everybody, I guess. So that's kind of the deal with Light Farm. Now listen, I say that, but it is a generalization, of course. So obviously you can find a bigger lot size. You can find a quarter acre, a third of an acre, half an acre, a full acre out here in Celina. But and you even have a couple of those options in Mustang Lakes and in Light Farms as well. But it just kind of struck me. It's like, oh yeah, so not everything in Celina is going to be just tons of space as far as the eye can see. Okay, that's not how it works. All right, so yeah, I mean, there's definitely that neighborhood feel as well in Celina, and you're not, not all your neighbors are going to be cows, basically. Okay, so yeah, I mean, some of the major things honestly, there's not a whole lot to do in Celina. I'll just be real with you guys, but as you can see, if we zoom in here, this is where I was at the very beginning of that vlog. This is the town square, the town center. You've got a lot of good like boutique shopping and some small town stuff going on in here, some good restaurants. Jimbo's Pizza, I didn't know that was there. I wish I would have gone there for lunch when I was there. But anyway, it's got to be a good spot if his name is Jimbo, so anyway, I sometimes I gotta work on some of my jokes, I'm telling y'all. Okay, anyway, yeah, so this is kind of where your town square is. You got the post office right there. You've got Old Celina Park over here. You got baseball fields. You have the volleyball court is just one little sand volleyball court, but you have a lot of soccer fields over here as well. Drove by there when I was doing the vlog, and then that's kind of it. I mean, all of this is all residential stuff. That's where Light Farms is. Over here is where Mustang Lakes is, and then right here is Frontier Parkway, where this is the border to Prosper, and so this is where Prosper High School is. Frontier Park right there. Gentle Creek Golf right there. Hey, if you like your golf, this is kind of where it's at, right? You have your PGA headquarters over here as well, and so yeah, PGA Parkway right there. They just got that up and going. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't have a lot to do in Celina. Usually on some of these I go through kind of the major intersections, right? Really the only major intersection is right here in the town square. If you're looking for you know, you're shopping and you're, you know, fine dining and stuff, listen, you're gonna have to get out of Celina. You're gonna have to go through Prosper, and it's gonna be in Frisco here. Okay, that's just kind of what your life is gonna be like. All right, unless you want to come over here to McKinney as well. McKinney's got some good stuff going on there as well. But yeah, Celina is still small town, still developing, right? Of course, and you know it's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be that way for a little bit. But if you're on the bright side, if you're looking for kind of an investment in your for your home to serve as a really good investment, I think, you know, obviously we can't make any guarantees, but Celina is poised very nicely to see some big growth over the next couple of decades here. Okay, so if that's what you're looking for, then hey, you got to reach out to us. Okay, so give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or you can jump on our calendar if you want to jump on a Zoom with us. We do prefer that, you know, put a face with a name. We definitely like that. Hey, if you watch this whole thing, tap that like button. It would mean the world to us if you did that. Make sure you're subscribed as well. Definitely, again, listen, you don't want to miss that next video. We drop some serious nuggets on that next video. And then hey, if you're continuing your search here, you know, hey, go to the Dallas Texas Living main page over there. Use our search bar in there. We've got a lot of playlists that you might find very helpful, and so definitely check that out. If we don't have what you're looking for just yet, then drop me a comment below. Let me know what it is that you're looking for, and obviously based on the demand, we'll bump up the priority for that area or that topic, okay, for you guys. So, you know, listen, I do this for you guys. This isn't about me, okay? I want to provide as much value as I can, but if you guys don't tell me, then I can't do it. So let me know what your thoughts are, what you guys are looking for, and we'll get that out to you guys, okay? And then you should see, if you don't know where to go from here, then you should see some videos popping up on the end screen right now that can point you in the right direction. We do vlogs, we do map tours like this, we do, I interview residents, get their version of the pros and cons of living in each neighborhood. We do it all, so make sure you hang out with us and check out that next video. And until next time, I hope to see you around town.